What's good, everyone? My name is Pfozjéra, and in today's video, I'm going to be explaining the lyrics to my song Divine Timing from my album Bloom. Do you even know me? I look in the mirror, don't know who I'm staring at. They look just like me, a distant relative. I think that we're twinning. So as you guys know, this album is about like growth, change, going through the winters of your life so that you can welcome in your spring. Throughout transformation, I have noticed a trend of not being able to recognize yourself. I don't think it's a bad thing. It's kind of like when a butterfly comes out of its chrysalis. It doesn't look the way that it did beforehand. I'm not saying that I'm gonna make like a full 180 and like glow up in a different way. Because of the internal change that's happening, there's some external changes that need to happen in order for me to embody the new person. For me, that could be like getting some new tattoos, new piercings, changing my hair, changing my style. Just something has to give in order for me to feel like I can embody this new person. And so you start to not recognize the older version of you. And that's why I said that we're twinning, because it's like, obviously this is me. This looks like a relative, like someone who's like related to me, like this is literally me, but it's not me. We're not the same. We are not the same. I've been MIA, a hermit, just working on my heart, time to start getting back into the game. This just goes back to the caterpillar in the chrysalis. When you're in like hermit mode, it's like a period of isolation where you're the observer in your life and you're just kind of going through the motions of things. And so I was just like going through this period where I'm like working on myself so that I can come out and just be. I've been lost before, this place is familiar, sitting on the deep dark steps of my posterior. For those of you that don't know, the root chakra is in your like hip, lower back area. The root chakra stores like all of it's what keeps you grounded. A lot of the time, like we store a lot of like trauma, harsh events in your root chakra. When I say that I've been lost before and that this place is familiar, it kind of is like a contradiction, but it makes sense because at the time when I was experiencing that trauma, I was lost. You know, I had never experienced it before. Sitting in the deep, dark steps of my posterior, because the root chakra is in my lower back. That's where I'm just talking about the location of the trauma, if you will. Waiting on an answer from the good Lord, my heart sore, can't take more, but it's needed for me to heal, me to go into hiding, me to feel this new version so exciting. Your heart chakra is what connects your upper chakras and your lower chakras together. So think about this as like heaven and like your lower chakras are like earth. I'm a very emotional person. I like emotions, don't get me wrong. Sometimes I'd be like, please, like I've had enough, no more. I'm very emotional and very in tune with my feelings and with other people's feelings as well. While I'm doing this work on myself, acknowledging what's coming from the posterior, if you will, I'm grieving this old version of myself. Right now, I transition to a better me. There's a disconnect with my intellect, just want to be free. Yeah, I just want to be free. In one of the previous videos, I talked about limbo, which I feel like is this period where you're not entirely like the new version of yourself, but you're like also not who you were. It's almost like you're in this like, I wouldn't say it's like a waiting room, but just imagine you're between two glass windows, right? Like here you are like smack dab in the middle, like this is you between these two like walls, and like this is your new life and this is your old life. You're like able to witness like both, but you don't identify with either, and so you're kind of like in this place. And I think that limbo sucks because you don't really have an identity in this period, because you don't identify with who you were and you also aren't exactly who you are going to be just yet. It's just a really weird and uncomfortable place to be. But if you're experiencing it, like know that I see you and I understand. I know that I'm capable of like being this way and like having it, but I just like feel disconnected from it. Like I don't feel like it's entirely me just yet. And I just want to be free. Like I just want to be out of this limbo, period. You gotta lose yourself to find yourself. Lose yourself to find yourself. Lose yourself to find yourself. Which basically ties everything in, because again, we're going through this huge transformation and you have to literally lose this old version of yourself to get closer to who you are meant to be. I've come out on the other side, waiting on the blessings, feeling bored and unsure of what is coming at me. Trying to force the feelings I don't want out of me, but you see the universe has a plan, so just be patient, because time will handle all your worries. That feeling that you're feeling is so necessary. Just take care and be aware. Everything you're praying for is coming in a hurry. You've gotten out of limbo. You've made it to the new life, but it's still the very beginning of the new life. And so certain things haven't like entirely fallen into place. You identify with this new version of yourself. Again, it's like really new and you're just kind of basking in it. And I remember like when I was experiencing like this period of discomfort, it's like you're trying to force these feelings to like get off of you because you just want to feel good. Like I don't know about you, but like I just want to feel good. And so when I don't feel good, I'm like, why don't I feel good? Blaming astrology or like the thing that I ate the other day. Like I don't know. I'm trying to force these feelings to like be out of you so that you can just feel better. And it's like, no, you need to experience this because this is the growth. This right here is the growth that people don't want to talk about, but it is what it is. You almost need to like sit with it and like really be patient with yourself, be gentle with yourself in this period, because like something I have to constantly remind myself is like, I'm just a person. This is my first time being Pfozjéra. Like, be patient with yourself. Let's just be gentle and like patient with ourselves and allow ourselves to go through the growth and the change so that we can evolve into who we're meant to be. Okay, at the end of the song, I'm not gonna like sing it. I'm just gonna explain it to you because it's just honestly just ad-libs. I wanted to make it feel like you were experiencing the change as the song is playing. When I hear this part of the song, I can feel my heart space become like lighter because I'm like allowing myself to believe that the change is coming. And you can just like hear that in your ears, like change is coming, change is coming, change is coming. Can you feel it? Can you feel it? Can you feel it? And I think it's just like very magical. It kind of reminds me of Let It Grow from the Lorax. So if you've seen that movie, like, yeah, this song was definitely inspired by the Lorax. So this is the end of the video. Thank you guys so much for watching. Remember to stream Bloom. It's out on all streaming platforms. Comment down below your favorite lyrics to this song or any of the songs on my album. Comment your favorite song. So far, my favorite song is Thorns and Parting Gifts, which we'll be doing next. So stay tuned for that. Remember to go follow me on my social medias. Click the links in my description box below. And I'll see you guys in the next one.